Well, I'm delighted to have some very dear friends in the studio with me this morning, and it's not often. The fact, the last time that we were together, Henry Martin was interviewing me on their television station. Well, today they're here in the Dove studio, and well, along with his lovely wife, Robin. And Henry and Robin Martin have been in the Valley for 932 years. And former car dealer and now an evangelist. I think you're both evangelists doing great things for the Lord. You do a lot there with Better Life Television. But you're going to be doing a healthy dining choices coming up the 29th of July. Is that right, Robin?
The 15th.
Oh, the 15th. I'm sorry, I got two things here. All right, the 15th. And that's going to be where?
At the Central Point Seventh-day Adventist Church.
Okay, and that'll be in the afternoon from 1 to 4.
Right, correct.
Okay, all right, and we're going to be talking about healthy choices. Well, nice to have you with us. So, healthy choices. What do we do when we go out? And how do we select good food? Henry, and why are you doing this? Because you've had some health issues and your family, but you just decided to make better choices.
Yes, we've got some grandchildren that we want to be around to fly kites with and play catch, and so we've got to maintain good health. And there's been a real increase in interest in healthy living in Southern Oregon. People, well, most recently last month, Dr. Esselstyn from the Cleveland Clinic was here at the Criterion, and that sold out every seat in the house. So more and more people are interested in what do you do after you attend a series of health lectures. How do you make good choices when you leave? Sometimes we have to eat in the car when we're driving. Sometimes airlines don't offer good healthy food anymore. But Robin can describe what kind of things that we put together when we're on a trip.
Wow. Well, let's talk about that, Robin. How do you make these good choices? I think we're all interested in eating better these days, and now that there's a national attention on too much sugar and obesity and all those other issues that are going on.
That's for sure.
So where do we start?
Well, what I think Henry was getting at is when we take off on a trip. Say we're driving to the Medford Airport, and it's early in the morning, and they're not going to serve a good healthy breakfast. Yeah. So I have a granola recipe that is just delicious, and it's very healthy, low in sugar, and it's got some dates in it and so on. But and so we always carry our granola with us. And I put it in Ziploc bags, and away we go, and stick in maybe a couple of apples and some dried nuts, maybe some dried fruit, and we can have a delicious healthy breakfast in the car, on the plane, wherever we are, in a motel room. If we've got that with us, we can pick up fruit at our destination, and we can have a good healthy breakfast, better than what we could get actually in most restaurants.
Or on the flight itself.
On the flight, yes,
of course, they don't even serve you food anymore, hardly at all.
Yeah.
Now, you folks have traveled internationally, and I have too, and I can tell you this, when you land in another country, you certainly want to take in the culture and everything, but you just don't know what to do.
Right, right. You have to be selective in the restaurants you choose, we've learned. And we often choose ethnic restaurants. If we're in a foreign country, then of course, that does make it a little more difficult. But you can also ask questions, of shopkeepers. Henry says pharmacists are sometimes good, to give you guidance on where to go for healthy food. On the internet today, if you got computer access, you can easily find where to find good healthy restaurants, vegetarian, vegan. They'll give you a list in almost every town where to find healthy restaurants.
Wow.
A good indication of the healthy interest in the whole area is the fact that Trader Joe's is going to be opening very, very soon.
Did you hear the big roar out there? That's a big hooray out there.
No kidding, yes. Yeah, I've been emailing them for a few years, please come to Medford.
Okay, they're going to come here. So why do you say that, Henry?
Well, they choose a lot of things that are organic. They choose plant-based foods and low-fat foods.
Good source for nuts. Yeah, good rice they sell at good prices. Anyway.
Good. Well, that's good. I mean, have you ever done the co-op in Ashland and things like that?
Yes, yes, that's a good source too. We are very fortunate in this area with markets that supply good, healthy food, because we've traveled a lot too, and we've been in all parts of this country, and it's not the same.
Yeah.
It's not as easy to go into a supermarket and in some parts of this country and find healthy, good food.
Now, healthy eating is really a lifestyle decision.
It is, exactly.
Because I think once in a while, well, you just won't have the bun on the hamburger. But, I mean, it's really more than that, isn't it?
Yeah. What we try and remember is a simple little criteria is it whole plant foods like we got from the Garden of Eden?
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be raw, but whole plant foods.
Yeah.
Unrefined. And is it low on fat or no fat? No added fat. We want to be able to use avocados and olives and almonds and nuts and so on, but low fat. And then trust in divine power. So we use a simple little criteria, but we keep walking. You have to have good exercise. Walk, walk, walk.
Yeah.
Eat whole plant food. Eliminate the refined fats and trust in divine power. And we put that matrix over the restaurants, what we choose on the menu or what we skip.
Okay.
What we're going to be emphasizing in this lecture we're doing at Central Point Church is, how to eat in restaurants, how to travel, and get good, healthy food. When you're away from home, what do you do?
What do you do?
What do you do? And a lot of people think, oh, well, that's the time that I just forget it and just eat whatever because it's impossible. But it's not impossible. Henry is very committed to this. He's an inspiration to me because he really wants to stick to it. And we manage, wherever we go, we manage. Even in the South. Believe it or not.
In the South, okay. Let me just say also, before we run out of time here, both Henry and Robin will be speaking and lecturing coming up July 15th from 1 until 4 at the Central Point Seventh-day Adventist Church, and you may want to call there and make arrangements to attend this special time together coming up on the 15th. Let me ask you this. We hear a lot of things. Water and proper hydration. How do you handle that? How do you mix that in?
We definitely carry water with us. We try to drink our 6 to 8 glasses a day, and the good program is to say, get up in the morning, drink 2 glasses of water. Between lunch and breakfast and lunch, drink another 2 glasses of water. Between lunch and supper, drink another 2. There you got 2, 4, 6 there. And maybe an hour or 2 before bed, another glass or 2. And we encourage no drinking between meals. It dilutes the digestive juices, and it's just better to drink your water between your meals. So
it doesn't dilute the digestive juices that way, so that the body can function the way it was designed, fearfully and wonderfully made.
Now I want to point out that we're not speaking between 1 and 4. Our lecture is probably about an hour, and there'll be other people on the program, and they will be serving a meal, delicious, a wonderful meal.
All right, so how can you, when you're traveling, how do you trust the food that you're getting? How do you know that you're getting stuff that's okay?
Well, we order, we'll look at a menu and we'll choose because we like to eat plant foods. If we're in a Mexican restaurant, say, we will order whole bean. I'll let Henry tell you what we order there.
We order whole beans instead of refried beans.
Okay.
So they don't have the added oil in there.
Okay.
And they're typically made with manteca, with lard in them. And we want to have no animal products. So we choose plant-based because it shows with the statistics that people will live longer on a plant-based menu. And then we order some guacamole and lettuce and tomato and corn tortillas and maybe pico de gallo, and we can have a wonderful Mexican meal without the high fat that we used to have with cheese enchiladas and chile rellenos and things
So we'll
like
sit
that.
there and build our own tacos with the beans. We'll take the tortillas, put the beans, you know. We typically don't add the rice, use rice, because they like to use chicken broth in the rice. So we just stick to the beans and then the guacamole and add the lettuce and tomato and the salsa and roll it up, and we can sit there and have a great meal.
Well, following this kind of plan, Robin and I have lost over 120 pounds.
Really? Really?
Without any dieting at all.
Okay.
Really, there's no, you know, you don't have to go hungry with this. You can eat a lot. We eat a lot.
Okay. That's quite a test. I know I have gone to Japanese restaurants with you, Henry, and it's fun.
Oh, they make great
it's
vegetarian
fun to watch you.
sushi. Sushi
It's fun to watch you order. What do you normally order there?
Well, in a Japanese restaurant, and we'll do this this evening, we'll be ordering sushi, but it'll be vegetarian sushi instead of fish in it. And we'll have miso soup, and they prepare the miso soup for us with miso and not with any fish sauce in it. And then if we can get it, we'll get edamame. Edamame is just boiled soybeans in a pod. Our grandkids call them pop-pops because the beans pop out of the pod. And we can have a really, really delightful meal with just a simple
And brown
thing.
rice.
And
brown rice, absolutely.
There are Japanese restaurants now that serve brown rice.
Wow.
So you can have a good meal.
So what do you do in the South when you guys go down there?
We sometimes hunt. We'll, you know, say we're going to Mexican. It's tough to find a Mexican restaurant that doesn't put lard in everything.
Yeah.
In the South.
In the South.
Yeah.
Now, we went to lunch after church one Sunday. Some friends invited us. We went out to dinner, and it was kind of a diner place, and we thought, what in the world are we going to eat here? And we ended up with a baked potato.
North Carolina.
North Carolina. Baked potato. We ordered a salad, and we ordered the bread, which was just white refined bread, but you know, I just take that baked potato, smash it onto my plate, and pour my salad right on top of it, and we left there satisfied. We were fine. And we remind the people, you know, you're going to eat again in another 4 hours. You're not going to starve to death if you don't get.
And smaller portions, obviously, a big part of what you do, too. So that's wonderful. Well, listen, again, they'll be lecturing July 15th, and the whole series goes from 1 to 4. You'll be in there somewhere in that time zone. And it's at Central Point Seventh-day Adventist Church, 625 North 10th Street. You may want to call them to make arrangements to be there and learn good choices. Huh?
Well, it really, really works, and you'll find it much more filling than refined food, and on top of that, you'll find that it'll cost between 20 and 25% less for a family food budget by following this kind of program.
I see Dr. Jim Saeed is also on the program
Yeah.
with us, so that should attract some people.
Hey, thanks for you guys coming in. Good to see you. It's been a long time, and you're looking great, and keep up the good work and all the things that you do, and your love for the Lord shines abundantly in both
We're
of you.
looking forward to being your neighbor in the kingdom of heaven.
Okay, and I'll look forward to having some sushi with you up there. How's that?
All right.
It's a
We'll
date.
be right back.